Alex, the Director of Communications with Pacific Fusion, a communications specialist, former political aide, and former reporter with deep ties to the Bay Area. Alex earned her bachelor's degree from Northwestern University's Medill School of Journalism. She's been with Pacific Fusion since February of this year and helps write the story of this groundbreaking company that is considering Livermore as its new home. Good morning, Alex. And we also have Courtney as well with your team, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Catherine. Kathy. Sorry.
Catherine's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the opportunity to introduce ourselves and present to you all. I am joined by Courtney, who is our infrastructure lead. And we have a short presentation about the project that we are hoping to build here in Livermore. And then, of course, we welcome any questions. So let me just pull this up. And Courtney, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself too.
Yep. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. Courtney Richardson with Pacific Fusion. I've been with the company close to 18 months now. The infrastructure lead. I have an engineering background. I've been partnering with Alex on this project. I've been working pretty closely with Brendan and Andy and staff to get us through the entitlement process. So we're really excited with the opportunity in front of us. And yeah, thank you again for taking the time to get to know us a little bit better.
So I will just kick off with just a short introduction about who we are as a business. So Pacific Fusion, we are a fusion energy company, and our mission really is to develop affordable commercial fusion or commercial power. We were founded in 2023, and we came out of stealth last fall when we announced our Series A. We raised over 900 million to basically help us achieve net facility gain. So more energy out than all the energy required to power up the system. Now, the Series A was led by a number of Silicon Valley-based investors, our lead investor being General Catalyst. We have really deep ties to Livermore. We have more than 100 people on staff right now, about 120. We have an office in Livermore, and a number of our top scientists live in Livermore and actually came from the lab. So really excited to be here today. And like I said, we are on track and resource for net facility gain. And this project in Livermore is really key to helping us achieve that. I'll pass it over to you, Courtney, to describe more about our technology and also the project that we're hoping to build.
Yep. Thank you, Alex. So Fusion Energy, I know this group is probably not unfamiliar with fusion, being that Lawrence Livermore and the National Ignition Facility sits in Livermore. So fusion is everything that we need for firm, affordable, reliable power. It's safe, it's clean, it's on demand, and the fuel is nearly free. Alex, next slide. One of the distinctions that we like to make, fusion is not nuclear fission. Fission is fission is much more familiar in the energy sector. So Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, Fukushima, these are all fusion energy plants. Fusion is, I'm sorry, thank you. They are all fission energy plants. Fusion, although it is a nuclear process, couldn't be more distinct from fission. So fission takes very heavy isotopes like uranium. And basically, uranium is a fissile material, which basically means if you set it on the table, it will change the chemistry of everything around it. And this is why uranium fuel rods need extreme control mechanisms to ensure the safety and operation of the technology that utilizes it. Fusion is very different. The type of fuel that we'll be using at our facility is a DT fuel combination. So it's a deuterium-tritium fuel combination. Deuterium is not radioactive. Tritium is a radioisotope of hydrogen. Both tritium and deuterium are radioisotopes of hydrogen, can be derived from seawater and lithium. Where it is different from fission, fusion the fuels that we are using, they are not fissile, which basically means tritium and deuterium cannot create a chain reaction that runs away from itself, like uranium. There's an amount of energy that goes into the deuterium and tritium process to fuse together. And once deuterium and tritium play together and they fuse together, it creates energy. The facility that we're building in Livermore is measuring that energy that we create with the intention to achieve something called ignition. So back in December of 2022 at the National Ignition Facility, scientists achieved scientific breakthrough, and that was called ignition. So they were able to achieve more energy out than what went into the reaction in the first place. So just a distinguishing factor, we are not an energy power plant. We are a demonstration facility demonstrating that our technology, which is inertial confinement fusion, very similar to NIF's technology, also considered magnetic pulse power fusion, can achieve fusion. So kind of mentioned this before. We're proud to be working alongside the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. We do have a CRADA in place. We're also working with Sandia National Laboratories. And the intention is to site our facility close to NIF to share in those learnings and ultimately be the next gen, the commercial gen technology. Our R&D facility will prove net facility gain by 2030. Again, this is not a power plant. Safety is our top priority. Our team of scientists and engineers are working with certified health physicists, radiation safety officers to develop those safety plans well in advance before they're even due at the state level. A component of our use requires radiological licensing, which is regulated outside of the city. So the state regulates all radiological material handling and life cycle and waste associated with the process. So we'll be working directly with the state to obtain that license. Our demonstration system is designed for safety. So I mentioned before, we've partnered with health physicists to define our protocols and our facility systems that will keep the occupational workers safe. Our use of radiological materials is very similar to what you would find in a university setting or a life science setting. So one of the one of the general concepts that I like to help folks understand, the term radiological materials is unfamiliar with most people. But when you break it down at a fundamental level, every time you walk into a 200-bed hospital, you're walking into a facility that handles radiological material. So that hospital has X-ray departments and has other types of departments that use radiological material as tracers for cancer, for other types of diseases. So even though radiological or radiology material is unfamiliar, there's plenty of examples to draw from in all communities that use radiological materials and has these licenses in hand to be able to operate appropriately. Next slide. So we are exploring to build our demonstration facility right behind Jack London Boulevard. So we've been working with city staff. Brendan has been an amazing sponsor and helping us kind of get through the door and support this initiative, along with Andy and Emily. So we are currently in the process of getting this project entitled. We plan on going to City Council the 8th of this month. Next slide. Alex, I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, so I should say, this project is $1 billion scale project. It would bring 250 jobs, and it would really build on Livermore's proud history in fusion innovation. We've really enjoyed getting to know this community over the past year. Community engagement and transparency are really important to us. And, we had a fantastic time hosting a town hall back in June. We hosted a Suds with Scientists event the other week, and it's just been so heartwarming to meet so many folks from Livermore, including a lot of scientists who are really interested in this work, and who we've had a lot of fun sort of engaging with. So as Courtney mentioned, we're going to the city council next week. And we would, if you're excited about this project, we would welcome any support, whether that's dialing, I don't know if you're able to dial in, but showing up, writing letters. So would really, value your support. But with that, we'd love to welcome any questions as well. Let us know, if there's anything, if anything you'd like to know about the project. We have a website, a project website at livermore.pacificfusion.com, where we do include a lot of the details that we shared here. And we also have some sort of common FAQs. But yes, welcome any questions.
So I did see one question in the chat from Carolyn.
Yes.
She was asking if Pacific Fusion is still evaluating Alameda, and I do hear something about Albuquerque as well for this potential project, or for this project.
Yes. So we are actually evaluating 3 different sites. You're correct, Alameda and Albuquerque. With a project of this scale, I think our team felt like we needed to explore multiple options concurrently. We are on a very aggressive timeline, and we are hoping to achieve net facility gain by 2030. So as such, we've been pursuing 3 different locations, and we are hoping to make a decision later this fall. And Tracy?
Yes, I'm very excited about this project. Tracy Farhad with Visit Tri-Valley, and you just answered 2 of my questions, which was your timeline for that and also the other evaluations. And can I just ask the steps for what it might take to get this approved in Livermore?
Yeah, so the process currently is we now are seeking council approval. So we had unanimous approval from the Planning Commission or the Planning Board last month, which was great. And then there will be 2 council hearings. So one on the 8th, the first one on the 8th. And so, I think having as much community support show up for that will be really important to show the council that the community is really behind this. There will be a second council vote to finalize entitlements, and that will happen, I believe, sometime in October. But Courtney, you might have a more up-to-date timing on that.
That's correct. So the second hearing would be in October. I believe it would be the 17th. I have to go back and check the schedule, but I think we're slated for the 17th.
I think what you're talking about is a first reading and a second reading.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think the consensus would be very clear after the first reading.
We hope so. We hope so. Yeah, we welcome folks to show up and show their support for the project. And Alex and I are here, so if you guys would like to have a conversation with us outside of this call, we're happy to.
Additional information on the Chevron site. I understand that that's a fairly contaminated site in Alameda.
Yep.
I remember it was Livermore's experience that we had a Chevron site in our downtown. It was about a half an acre, and it took Chevron 8 years to clean up a half an acre site, and they ended up hauling off 1,700 cubic yards of contaminated soil, and it took them 8 years to do it. So if you guys are on a timeline, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Mayor Michaud, it is definitely something that's an added risk for Alameda that we're certainly working through, and it's good news that Livermore does not have that element of the project.
I think that there's a lot of community support for you in this project. So I can't wait to see all of us show up to support on the 8th. So I would encourage any of the members on this call to either write a letter, go if you can, Certainly from the hotel perspective, both Tracy and I are excited about the opportunity to support you and your guests as you're visiting the area. Not to mention our multi-use event center that will be coming online soon will be a great asset to you and your colleagues moving forward. So both Tracy and I are available for any questions regarding that as you're considering the region.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Don't you like how I volunteer you, Tracy? Like we're available. We're absolutely available.
If Catherine's available, I'm available. And she's
Always.
always available.
Mayor's already here, so what can I say?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Any other questions for Alex and Courtney? Well, thank you both so much for making yourselves available to this group this morning. And I'm sure that you'll be hearing from some of us with questions and offering support as well. So thank you both. Real quick before we adjourn, I did see that James Boswell with LARPD is on the call. James, do you have any updates for us?
There's basically